Hi guys, it's Blair. I'm so excited to be on here. I feel like it has been forever. Summer is killing me. So I don't know if you guys are like me, but I'm excited to hop on here today on our team page to really talk about duplication, because I can tell you right now, if it wasn't for duplication, I would absolutely not have a thriving business this summer with all the chaotic things that go on in this summer, right? We have kids at home if you're a mom, we have all those crazy schedules, we have vacations planned, we have things that are off our schedule. Maybe we're staying up later because it's so light outside, really dark, getting up at the wrong time. So many things going on. And so because of that, because of that, we know that, sorry guys, I'm trying to find Kelly on here and it's not letting me do it. Swipe left to reveal comments. Okay, sorry about that. Kelly, are you on here yet? Let's see. Okay. So we decided that, I posted the other day about what are some things that you'd love to see me go live here on. I just feel like this is such an easier way to communicate with everybody, and it is summer and things are a little bit more chaotic for people in this summer. I find there's two times of year that is generally the most chaotic, right? It's summer and right before the holidays, like November to the end of December. So this is one of those times. So we want to make sure we maximize this time and that we do the best for it. So Kellie Hoover, one of the things that she posted about was duplication. So I asked her if she'd hop on with us because she is definitely one of the people on our team that has exploded their business in the last year and really taken all the advantages of those great offers that Lavelle was offering us about the bonus and being able to rank up and get the bonus, being able to rank advanced to get the bonus. And because of that, she really made some amazing bonuses. But on top of that, she had 200K. Okay, Kelly, why am I not seeing you on my page? So weird. I never have this problem with anybody else. But Kelly and I have tried before and it did not work. So anybody have any ideas? Tell me why I'm not seeing Kelly on my page. I'm going to wait a second. It's so weird, Kelly. I just did it the other day with Julie and it was totally fine. Okay, there you are. Tell me if that's working. I'm inviting you right now, Kelly. All right. So we're just saying we're purposely doing this one today because it's all about duplication. And in the summer, we have to learn how to be duplicatable because number one, it's only going to help your business. Kelly, it says it's still inviting you, but you haven't.
Oh, here.
Oh, perfect. Yay. Speaking of chaotic summers, boys, I'm on a Facebook Live. Can you shut my door? My kids are like walking in my office. All right. So I was just telling everybody, Kelly, that we decided to do this because with duplication, you have to have duplication in the summer, especially during the most chaotic times. If you do not have it, you're going to find that your business is going to regress, right? And this is really one of those times where if you haven't set that up already, you're probably seeing some drop in your business, let's be honest. Right. So can you start today with duplication? Absolutely. And so when Kelly and I were kind of messaging back the other day, I asked her if she'd join us because she is really good at mastering this duplication and she has a lot of really great leaders on her team. And because of that, it's because they're all copy, repeat, copy, repeat, copy, repeat, and they're really sticking to that formula. And because of that, they're seeing great success. And so I think let's just start off, Kelly, with why is duplication important?
Yeah.
And kind of what does that mean?
Okay. Thanks for having me on. Sorry it was a little bit complicated in the beginning. I don't know.
I know. It's so weird. It only happens to me with you, but I'm so glad you're on.
It happened the other day with me.
I'm glad you're on, though. I miss you. This is the only way I get to communicate with anybody.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, so duplication, I think is one of the most important things that we can do. And the top few reasons for me personally is because you don't need to reinvent the wheel. There are leaders, there are people out there who have gone forth, who've been doing this longer. And so they've already proven what works. They've already made a lot of mistakes and they're trying to help prevent you from wasting your time and making some of the same mistakes. Mm-hmm. So I know just being the word copycat, I use copycat a lot. And I was told in the beginning, whoever can copycat the best, you will grow. And that truly is it. I mean, you obviously want to make things personalized to you, but duplication, following the leader, is so incredibly important. It's proven that it works. You don't need to reinvent the wheel. And just, it's time efficient. I mean, to be honest, most people are working this along with their full-time business. And here's the thing. Could you spend hours in your back office, like learning everything? All the different YouTubes, you know, you can, but save that. Do what's important and what your individual leaders are telling you, because they know where you're at in those steps. And I know we're going to talk about some of those steps coming up, especially getting started. But the main thing is just trusting in the leader. You're working with someone who obviously you want to be where they are. They've been through it. They know. You have to trust and just copy them. Just so important. And sometimes I know, for me personally, when I was, you know, going through the ranks, there were things that Blair, that Claire, that Amber challenged me to do. And you guys, you know what? I didn't always agree with it. And I didn't necessarily want to do what they were asking me. But guess what? They were all 200K and they were where I wanted to be. So I just kept my mouth shut and just did what they told me to do. And it always ends up working out. So such an important thing.
That's a really good point, you guys. I can tell you right now that when I first started and Elise flew in, it was like the first month I was in business, and she flew in to help Beth and I. She challenged us. She said, I'm not even going to fly in until you hit 12K. So we had to do it really fast. But then when she got here, I had so many questions for her. I literally bombarded her as soon as she got here with a million questions. And she's like, stop trying to figure it out. Stop trying to be the one that's in control. The reality is, do what I say and do what the company's telling you to do. And why don't you have 100 names entered into your customer accounts? I don't see 100 free customer accounts yet. And I was like, well, I'm only on like day 15. I'm still calling people and texting people. She's like, you should have already texted 100 people by now. You could have gotten 100 emails by now. Mm-hmm. And she was right. And that was really the moment where I stopped trying to figure it out, stopped trying to bring my own past way of doing things into the business, and instead did exactly what she told me, exactly what other leaders told me. And it's so true. And guys, here's the reality. Kelly kind of hit on this too, is if you have people in your business, on your team, or wanting to join your team that work full time or even part time, or maybe they're even stay at home moms, they don't have time to work this business, 2-3 hours a day. They need to know how they can jump in at this moment, duplicate what you're doing, and they can build a business just as fast as you did. And they need to know that they don't have to know it all, because that was what held me back for 6 months before I joined, because I was like, listen, this girl is not a size 0. This girl does not like working out. This girl does not like, health and wellness and eating right. Like, that's not who I am. But I do love feeling good, and I love being a better mom, and I love not being tired. And so I had to realize that I didn't have to be, out there telling everybody about every single ingredient that was in this product. I just had to get them on the phone. So we're going to talk about what all these duplicatable things are, but really, really trying to hit home here that if you want to be successful in this business, you must become duplicatable. Okay. You guys have probably heard me say it a million times, but those of you that are new, I always say there's 3 things you need to do to be successful in network marketing. And that's consistent daily effort, become duplicatable, and not give up too early. And if you can stick by those 3 things, guys, you will see success, right?
That's so true.
Kelly's a great example of it, actually. Yeah, you're like a great example. So, all right, so I'm going to throw it over to you right away. One of the things that I learned right away, Kelly, actually from Paul Gravett, it was a huge blessing. He was at my house like the first month I was in business. He happened to be in Fort Lauderdale, and he did a small living room local at my house. And afterwards, he said to me, did you notice how I shared the 3 threes of Lavelle? And I was like, I have no idea what you're talking about. Like, I didn't even realize that's what he did. And a lot of you are already hopefully doing that when you're sharing on 3-way calls or at locals or one-on-one with people. But what are those 3 threes of Lavelle?
Yeah, so a lot of people naturally do it because if you are listening to your leaders, you will hear the same things get shared on 3-way calls or on friends and family calls. And the first thing is we need to keep it simple. I mean, everything about this is simple. We have a simple product. We have a simple business. We have a simple rewards plan. You just have to share the simplicity of it. And that's the thing. I mean, there's a lot of people that you may talk to that simply may have done some other programs, but I guarantee you nothing is as simple as this. Nothing is free to join like our business. business model. You can be a part of this for $0, whether you're a customer or promoter. So highlighting that, highlighting the rewards plan, meaning you hit 12K, you get an auto bonus. We offer an iPad bonus. And I have heard Paul say so many times, there's 4 bonuses when you're talking about the third of the three of Lavelles, the simple rewards. It truly is. You can earn $1,320 in personal bonuses on your first $1,600 in order. You can earn an iPad mini and you can earn a vehicle. Mm-hmm. You don't need to talk about 200K. You don't need to do that. You need to keep it simple. People can visualize that. They can visualize $1,600 in orders, and they can visualize the simplicity of the rewards they will be receiving. So 3 of Lavelle, if you're doing 3-way calls, whether you are the person that's sharing or you are practicing or anything like that, when you're talking to someone just one-on-one, make sure you include that. Always include how simple this product is, that you can wake up and do these 3 simple steps first thing in the morning, first 20 to 40 minutes on an empty stomach, and you feel great for the day. It's simple product. The business is simple. Make sure you always share that it's free to be a part of this, that they can get their product for free as a customer by referring to. And then the third one is the simple rewards, and hit on some of those. If you're talking to a new promoter, we're going to go into more about what those new promoter things are in VIP, but everyone needs to be talking about that. Don't get off a 3-way call. And it can be simple, you guys. It can be like, this product is simple, the business is simple, and you will get simple rewards just for sharing the way you feel. I mean, that took me, what, 15 seconds?
Right.
I'll toss it back to you.
So true. Okay, by the way, your face looks really thin. I think Duo is like awesomely working.
Does it?
You. I'm a little.
Does it really?
Yeah.
Oh, thanks.
I'm like staring at you. I'm like, darn it, it's not working as fast.
I've lost some inches, so that's good.
Oh,
face,
probably doesn't help that I'm eating and drinking. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's like whole summer's been vacation mode. Okay. So the next thing that we're going to talk about, guys, is, you know, okay, yes, the 3, oh, I just lost my notes. Sorry, guys. The 3 of Lavelles are super important for duplication. You have to ingrain it into your head, like Kelly was saying. It probably already is a little bit natural for some of you, but if you're new, I had it saved in my phone under notes. That Moria Dillard's here from Paris. Oh, no, she's in Switzerland now. Hi, Moria. That's crazy.
Hi, Moria.
So make sure that you have those 3 of Lavelle. Please, please, please make sure that that is saved in your notes on your phone. So at all times you have it with you, because guess what? When I first started, and Kelly, I'm sure that you could totally agree with this, I was nervous. And sometimes people would ask me questions. I knew exactly what I wanted to say, but in that moment I would kind of stutter or, you know, trip over my words, kind of like what I'm doing right now. So instead I would have my phone with me and I'd be able to go to my notes and I'd be like, oh, you know what? Actually, it's so simple. Here's like the, you know, it's, this is how you take the product. 1, 2, 3. This is how you get the product for free. This is our simple rewards plan. And guess what? That made me look duplicatable, right? It didn't make me look like I knew everything myself. Okay. Mm-hmm. So make sure that you guys are making yourself seem duplicatable. Sometimes those of us, like Kelly's a great example. You guys, she came from the pharmaceutical world. She's very well spoken. I've been at locals with her. She sounds very well-spoken, very educated, but not all of us sound that way, and you don't have to sound that way. You just need to make it natural for you so that other people can listen and go, oh, I can do that too. All right. So we talked about the 3 of Lavelle and why it's so important to make sure that you're saying it on every single 3-way call. And guys, here's something you're not going to like if you're a leader, because I'm going to call out those of you that are using your leaders for 3-way calls. If they are not bringing up those 3 different points throughout their story or after their story, you need to tell them. Okay, this is awkward because I hate it when my team tells me things, but guess what? I always grow from it. All right, so you need to tell them, like, hey, listen, can you make sure that on your next couple calls that you hit on the 3 of Lavelle? I heard Blair and Kelly talk about it the other day. Can you just make sure you hit on that on my upcoming 3-way calls that I'm bringing you this week, okay? Because it is really important. Don't go back. Like if somebody did a call for you 2 weeks ago, please do not say something to your leader about that, okay? I'm just talking about going forward, okay? And sometimes we just get busy or it's a quick call. So, you know, there's always some kind of reason. But let's try to stick to always having the 3 on every single 3-way call. All right, so the next super important duplication tool is making sure that you're walking people through the funnel. So, Kelly, why don't we talk about that as far as customers first, potential customers? What does that funnel look like?
Yeah, so the way that I really like to explain the funnel is it takes someone who is a total stranger. So if you look at where you're going to start, like the starting line of a race, it takes them from a total stranger to what Thrive is. They have no idea what you're talking about, all the way to the finish line where they become a thriver, okay? And so the information funnel, very simply, is quality information given to someone to give them, you know, what they need to know to become a thriver, to put this product in their body for 30 days. And so first thing you need to do is you need to set them up a free account. You need to get them their name, their email, and you need to give them access to, you know, look around the website, give them that free link, ask them to go watch that video. You need to get them hooked up with the fan page. The Facebook fan page, you guys, especially right now where Duo is blowing up and we just hit 1 million fans, there is no better tool. And it's we get 8 to 10 resources a day. You can't ask for anything else. So if you're not posting that on your Facebook page, if you're not sending that, then you are doing a disservice to your potential thrivers. That is another huge.
Yeah, hold on, Kelly. I'm going to do a quick timeout.
Timeout.
Really quick, guys. I don't know if you guys saw that video today, and I don't even know the name of the girl because I'd have to go back and watch it. But when Lavelle puts up videos, they do such a good job editing these. You have got to go share it. If you know any tired, exhausted, rundown moms, moms of boys, moms who are, you know, not enjoying their life the way they want to, please go share that story today, because I felt like she was basically telling my story. And I know sometimes for some people reading it, they can feel emotion, but you can really feel emotion when you see that video. So, okay, sorry, Kelly, keep going. Fan page, awesome.
Yes. So the videos are so important because people want to watch things versus sometimes read them. So those videos, always share those. 24-hour recorded call, our corporate call, your own personal 24-hour recorded call. And then you guys, anytime we have like specials that come out, like we have the promoter upgrade, free activate, that is a piece of an information funnel. Are you doing friends and family calls? Are you doing living room locals, open locals in a certain area, inviting them to something? Anything Lavelle Lives on Tuesday and Thursday nights at 9 o'clock, inviting them to hear those testimonies and just continuously following up. I know for me, next month, I'll be celebrating my 2-year anniversary thriving. And I will tell you, the last 5 or 6 months, it's amazing the amount of people that have started saying like, okay, thank you for continuously following up with me. It doesn't necessarily happen when you want it to happen, like today or next week. But if you're sending them through the information funnel, sending them these quality pieces of information, they will become a thriver. But you want them to think about you, who introduced it to them originally.
It's a really good point. Right. Absolutely. So guys, if you heard Kelly go through all those different things that are walking people through the funnel system, the last step is obviously a 3-way call, and we're going to talk about that next. But if there was anything that Kelly said that you're like, I don't really know what she's talking about, what's that 24-hour recorded call? Or what is she talking about when she says, you know, getting them more information from the fan page, or anything that she was just sharing, please go back and watch this video again later and take notes, okay? Because that's huge. If you want to be able to be where other people are, you've got to take notes. So I want to be where Kelly is right now. She's rocking it and got all these people hitting auto bonus every single month like a rock star. So I'm taking some notes. And so you've got to make sure that you're doing that, and make sure that you're not blaming your upline leader or somebody else for the lack of success that maybe you're having right now. And instead take action, right? So there were things that she said, the funnel is taking people from the start of a race all the way to the finish, to where they get quality information that leads them to want to put the Thrive experience into their body. I thought that was a really good point. And then everything that she just talked about is the exact same funnel for helping new promoters or potential promoters. And that's what I loved about this business. When I looked at it, I was like, wow, that's really it. If somebody's interested in the business or the product, I'm basically putting them through the exact same funnel. You mean I don't have to make them listen to all these people who are trying to tell them how much money they made or how great they are? No, it's the exact same funnel system, because we are all about the product and what the product's doing for you and how that's changing your life and changing others. So love, love, love. All right. So the next thing we're going to talk about is the step after everything that Kelly shared, which is the 3-way call. Guys, if this makes you feel uncomfortable, you have to break through it. Okay. Shout out to Jackie Nordstrom, who I know is on here because I see her tagging people. But Jackie was at our local this week at my house, and she was sharing how, you know, she's been in business with me since I started. So it'll be 3 years next month. And she said, you know what? I used to hate those three-way calls. I would tell Blair, I would have her booked, or her upline leader, Heather, and say, hey, I've got a call coming in at this time. And then we'd text her like, hey, where's the call? What's going on? Oh, never mind, I got it. Or they didn't want me to click over, or she always has some kind of excuse. And so guess what? Now she's realized that it works, and she is bringing us three-way calls this summer left and right. Her business is exploding. She's like, this is so easy. She has a new baby at home. It's only 8 months old. She's like, wow, I just stick this on mute while I can finish doing things. And this is how you get other moms and other people who are working full-time, again, duplication, because she puts them on the phone with her leader. Then we do the work for her. And then when we get off the phone, she's closing that sale. But in the meantime, she's able to do a few things that she needs to do. Also, if you're new, this is the time where you're getting on the job training, guys. Like I said before, I was not the epitome of the health and wellness field. That's what scared me and held me back for a while from jumping into the business. And for me, it was essential. Every time Elise got on that three-way call and was sharing with somebody else, I was taking notes in the beginning. I wasn't folding laundry. But now, I'll be honest, when I get, you know, somebody like Elise or Rob to do a three-way call for me, am I folding laundry while they're talking? Yeah, because I know what they're talking about, but I'm still listening so I can, at the end, bring back up something they said. But when I was listening as a new promoter, you better believe I was taking notes. And that's how I got comfortable with sharing on my three-way calls for my team. So Kellie, let's kind of go back and forth about the three-way call, because I think that's something that is lacking the most in everybody's team. And I think if people are honest, they'll agree. And so when it comes to three-way calls, can you kind of walk us through how you do a three-way call?
Yeah. So if there's several different ways, but I think the most important way is to, you know, have the person a little educated. If they are maybe someone that is a customer and you're talking to them about promoting, or, you know, you know what the goal is. I like to know what is this person who's bringing me to a three-way call? What is their goal? Are we going through some sort of detox? Are we going through, you know, trying to introduce the business to them? Are we trying to, you know, upgrade them to Duo or whatever it is? But I feel it's important knowing the goal, because then I feel like I'm on the same page with the person bringing the three-way call. And when I bring a three-way call, I want that person to be on the same page too. So you guys, it takes a simple text, you know, whenever you're setting it up, or, hey, can you set this time apart from me? And there's two different ways you can do it. So, for me personally, in the very beginning, I didn't like this. I thought it was weird. I was like, what? But you know what? Like I said earlier, I just did what they told me to do. So I did it and I got over it. And oftentimes, those of you who have limited amount of time because you're working during the day, I would schedule it, and I would literally put Amber on the phone generally, and I would have to mute out. And she knew I was gone. I was walking into a meeting. I was doing something else, but they were on the phone. I got them connected, and then I let her do it. And I know what she was talking about. She was talking about the 3-3s of Lavelle. She was walking through any sort of questions. The other thing you can do is, if you cannot, I hear this all the time on my team, I can't get anybody to get on the phone. They won't get on the phone to me. They don't want to talk to anybody else. They just want to talk to me. You guys, there's so many other ways. You don't have to always tell people, hey, do you want to do a three-way call? No. I mean, who wants to sign up for that, right? I don't. I'm like, I don't need somebody else to sell me on something. So another way to do it that I love is just, it would sound like this. I'm calling a friend of mine, and I said, hey, you know what? My friend Blair and I, we were just on the phone. Blair's been thriving a year longer than me, and she's got a great story and can really know so much more than me. We were on the phone, so I just kept her on the line, and we called you because I knew it was time to call. So let me introduce you to, you know, my friend. You can make it very simple, and the person on the other end, they're going to share their story. They're going to help you with whatever that goal is, and then they can get off. These calls, truly, they don't need to take 30 minutes, y'all. They can take 5 minutes, 7 minutes, 10 minutes, and then they can get off. You want to be efficient, and that way you don't feel like you're getting so bogged down when you start doing a lot of these.
Right. I like the point that you brought up, guys. I think a lot of times people are telling somebody, hey, I want to get you on the phone with my leader. Don't do that, guys. Make it casual. Hey, there's actually, like, I love how Kellie said it. I usually always say, when I'm starting to talk to them, hey, listen, I know you've already heard me talk about what Thrive's done for me, but I know for you, you know, your story, I think you could really relate to my friend Elise. Can you hold on 1 second? Let me see if she's available, because I want you to hear her story. And then she's way more knowledgeable about this than me, because she's been in it longer. So ask her any questions, because it helps me when you ask her questions. And then she'll hop off and we can see if this is right for you and if you're ready to get started. So once that person hops off, guys, and once your leader gets on, shares with them, relates with them, it is so comfortable. I've had so many people time after time thank me.
Yeah.
Like, has that happened to you? Thanks so much, or thanks for getting her on.
Yeah. Yeah. And thank you for your time.
So we could go. Absolutely. And we could go on for like literally an hour about three-way calls, but we're going to keep this going, because we'll have to come back again and do one about three-way calls, Kelly, because they really are, you guys, essential to your business. And I can look back and see times when my business was like skyrocketing and when my business has been a little stagnant. And guess what the common factor is? I'm not doing three-way calls when it's stagnant, and I'm doing three-way calls when it's skyrocketing. So it's important. All right, so we're talking about duplication, and really quick before we go on, I was just thinking this would be a good question for me to ask you. Is there ever somebody not to put on a three-way call?
So yeah, it's a good question. So here's it's a catch for me. I've not put people on three-way calls before if they automatically are ready to start thriving. Like, they call me and they're like, I'm ready to order. They've seen something, I've sent them enough information, and they're just ready to order. But on the flip side, when they love their Thrive experience and they want to become a brand promoter, I've skipped that step. And now, so I 100%, if I don't put them on a three-way call and they do end up wanting